guys, it is week 2. For the first week of phone flipping, I made $2,770 profit buying and reselling phones. Today, for the first day of week 2, we're off to a good start. I picked up these 2 phones, had 2 different customers meet up with me at one location. That way I wasn't wasting too much time driving around town. So the first phone is a 15 Pro Max. This came from a Facebook paid ad lead. The gentleman told me that he was scammed. The phone wasn't unlocked. It's a carrier locked phone. I offered him $400. I'm gonna sell it for $600, making myself $200 profit by buying and reselling this 15 Pro Max carrier locked. Now this 14 Pro Max carrier locked, the gentleman from Facebook paid ad, a second customer, he wanted $500, but I told him I could only give him $460. He was adamant on getting $5, so I agreed to it just to lure him in. When he came to me, I inspected the phone, made sure everything was good, but lo and behold, there was a bunch of nicks and a bunch of like deep scratches into the frame. So that's a deduction. And then when I ran the IMEI, the phone came back blacklisted. So I gave him $270 for it, just because it's blacklisted, it's dinged up, can't do much with it. I'm gonna resell it to my wholesale buyers for $470, making $200 profit off of this 14 Pro Max. And just these 2 phones, meeting up with 2 different customers, I made $400 profit. Easy money, guys. Anyone could do it. All right, guys, just hit the jackpot with both these phones. Made a quick $305 profit. This 15 Plus, I paid $200. I'm gonna resell it to my wholesale buyer for $400, making a quick $200 profit off this one. And this 14, I paid $160, and I'm gonna sell it for $265, making $105 profit. Quick and easy, anyone could do it. This is our 3rd pickup of the day, $305 profit. All right, guys, 4th pickup of the day. It is now 8:30 p.m. and we're out here grinding, still picking up these phones. I picked up these 3 15 Pro Maxes from one customer via Facebook paid ad lead. I paid $490 a pop for each one. And I'm gonna resell them tomorrow to my wholesale buyer for $580, making $90 profit each phone. So it's a total of $270 profit off of these 3 phones. Very easy to do. As long as you have Facebook paid ads, you're trying to automate this to the fullest, getting as much people as possible to contact you. They need quick cash. Everyone needs quick cash. Everyone has a phone, so it's a business you can quickly dive into and start making money very quickly. All right, guys, day 4 of the challenge. I took the last 2 days off, so up until now, I've made $975 profit. The last 2 days, I spent time with my family. Unfortunately, my grandfather has cancer, stomach cancer to be exact, and he's not doing too well, so I decided to take the 2 days off and spend time with the family. And that's one of the things that I like about phone flipping, is the freedom that comes with it. If I had a normal job, I would have to request permission to take off for those days, which they would probably be denied, or I'd have to ask someone to cover my shift, which is also an inconvenience because it's not guaranteed. And ultimately, you want to be able to maneuver at your own pace, at your own time, without having someone micromanage you or tell you what to do. So this is one of the main reasons why I've stuck to phone flipping for so long, is to be on my own time, be at my own pace. So anyways, today is the first pickup. And so far, I picked up this iPhone 15. It is a 128GB unlocked. I paid $400 for it. I'm gonna resell it for $520 to my buyer, making $120 profit picking up this phone. So we're off to the next pickup. I'll let you guys know how that one goes. All right, so our second pickup of the day is this iPhone 15 Pro Max locked to AT&T. Now, I had given him a higher price, but upon arriving, I inspected the phone's IMEI on SIGW, and the phone came back blacklisted, reported. So when it comes to phones like this, we're never gonna pay top dollar for it because it is a blacklisted phone. So in this case, I paid him $350 for this phone, and I told him, listen, you and I both know you can't use this phone. No one else can use it. You could try to sell it to someone, but at that point you'd be scamming them because they can't connect it to their service provider. So you're better off just accepting the $350. I buy it for parts, and we keep business going. So he took the $350. I'm gonna sell it to my wholesale buyers for $600, making myself $250 profit buying this phone. All right, just got done picking up an iPhone 13 mini unlocked for any carrier, 128GB. I paid $200 for it. I'm gonna resell it to my wholesale buyer for $300, making $100 profit, quick and easy. Now, this is normally a phone that I don't pick up. I stay away from 13 minis, 12 minis, anything that's mini. I don't like the mini series. It's not a personal preference, just something that I choose not to buy. But in this case, since I got it for $200, I said, why not? Who am I to say no to $100 profit? Grabbed it real quick, gonna sell it to the buyer, and that's it. $100 profit, flipping this little bad boy right here. All right, guys, so we just got done picking up the last phone for the day. This is an iPhone 14 unlocked for any carrier, 128 gigabyte. I paid $320 for it. I'm gonna resell it for $420, making $100 profit off of this phone. So in total today, I made $570 profit buying and reselling phones. It's a pretty good amount for 1 day of work, right? So hopefully tomorrow treats us well as well. But if not, we're still gonna go out there tomorrow and do our very best. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Peace. What's going on, guys? Day 5 into phone flipping. So far I've made $1,545 profit flipping these phones this week. Now for today, our first pickup, well, it wasn't a pickup, it was a mail-in. And mail-ins is something that's better than pickups because instead of meeting up with the customers, you have the customers mail the phones into you. That way you're not having to go out of your way and waste so much time. You can automate the business 100% doing it this way. Now what I do is I run Facebook paid ads across all 50 states. Once someone sees my ad, they have the option to mail the phone into me. In the course, I teach you guys exactly how to do it step for step. That way you're able to get as many people as possible to mail you the phones in. So in this case, we had one customer send me 2 phones in the mail. One was an iPhone 13, one was an iPhone 13 mini. And this is how the phone comes in the mail. This is how people wrap it up in bubble wrap and the styrofoam pellets. This is how you secure a phone in the mail. So this iPhone 13, it's unlocked for any carrier. I paid $430. I'm gonna resell it to my wholesale buyers for $550, making $120 profit off of this flip. This iPhone 13 mini, 128 gigabyte, I paid $200 for it, and I'm gonna resell it for $300, making $100 profit. So just off these 2 mail-ins, I was able to make $220 profit. Didn't leave my house, but just to go to the P.O. box. So I don't have to meet up with anyone. I don't have to deal with people. All people do is mail the phones into me. I grab them, inspect them, and then go ahead and pay them out. So $220 profit right here. The reason I was able to get this iPhone 14 Pro Max at a good price was because I reached out to a bunch of my previous customers. See, when you run Facebook paid ads over a course of 3, 4, or maybe 5 months, you're gonna accumulate an inbox full of customers whose information you have. So you can always reach out to these customers. Either you retarget them, or you can simply write out a private message to every single customer who's ever reached out to you. Hey, you know, we're still buying phones. If you happen to have anything, reach out to us and just remind them that you guys are still in business buying phones. And that's what I did. I reached out to someone who I had messaged 6 months ago. They sold me this iPhone 14 Pro Max, unlocked for any carrier, 256 gigabyte for $625. I'm gonna resell it for $800, making $175 profit off of this phone. This phone is pretty much mint. It's in great condition. So I just got done picking up this iPhone 14 Pro, 128 gigabyte, unlocked for any carrier. I paid $500 for it, and I'm gonna resell it for $600, making $100 profit flipping this phone to my wholesale buyer. You know, and that had me thinking for a minute. I'm so grateful I actually have a wholesale buyer to sell all my stock to. Because to be real with you guys, I couldn't imagine having to take a picture of my phone front, back, side to side, then writing a description and posting it on OfferUp and then waiting for it to sell. Because as you guys know, sometimes when you post on OfferUp, it takes a few times of you reposting that same item in order for it to finally get a hit. And now that OfferUp has those limitations where they only allow you to post under the cell phone category 15 posts a month, and then after that you have to pay. I think it's $1 a post. But let's be realistic. Let's say you're getting 30, 40 phones a month. You're already way past your limit. And if you want to be able to repost a phone because it didn't sell the first 2 days and it got bumped down because there's new postings on top of it, so then you gotta spend $1 to repost it to get it back to the top. So you're spending all this extra money that's not necessary just to be able to sell phones and take 2-3 days to get rid of them. Because realistically speaking, not every day are you gonna sell an OfferUp, but if you have a wholesale buyer, you're gonna be able to sell phones every single day to them. So there you have it, guys. This is how I made $100 quick and easy. Just got done picking up this 15 Pro Max. It is iCloud lock, so I'm gonna sell it to my wholesale buyer for parts. I paid $270, and I'm gonna resell it for $370, making myself $100 profit, flipping this iCloud lock phone to my wholesale buyer for parts. Now, whenever a wholesale buyer buys a phone for parts, it means they're gonna break it apart and use it to replace other parts on other phones that they could resell for more money, right? That way they're able to have original pieces. Now, today I made $595 profit, and in total for the week so far, I made $2,140 profit. So tomorrow we're gonna start off with a new video. Hopefully we have another great day. I'm praying that we do. I'm gonna update you on all my wins. Catch you in the next clip. What's going on, guys? Last day of the week, day 7. Unfortunately, yesterday we weren't able to pick up any phones whatsoever. It was a slow day, and that's all right. Sometimes we're gonna have slow days, but today, day 7, we managed to pick up this iPhone 15 Pro Max locked to Verizon finance phone. I paid $500 for it. I'm gonna resell it to my buyer for $600, making a total of $100 profit flipping this phone. All right, so I just got done picking up this iPhone 13 Pro Max unlocked for any carrier. I paid $400 for it. I'm gonna resell it for $550, making $150 profit. Now, it wasn't a phone that was easy to lowball. The lady was very adamant in getting a higher price, but I told her, listen, let's be real. Look at the frame. There's a bunch of scratches. Look at all this right here. I don't know if the camera is catching it, but this phone, the frame is completely scratched up. And let's be real. Who wants to pay full price or top dollar for a phone that's not even in mint condition? So I had to show her these things. And on the screen has a bunch of scratches as well too. So these are things you gotta point out, make it make sense to them, and say, hey, look, do what I do, take out the money. I flashed the 400, said, look, I got this for you right now, $400, and they accepted. So I made $150 profit off of this phone. Just got done purchasing this iPhone 12, 64 gigabyte unlocked for any carrier. I paid $150 cash for it, and I'm gonna resell it for $250, making myself $100 profit, flipping this bad boy right here. All right, guys, so here we have it, the last phone for this week's challenge. It's an iPhone 14, 512 gigabyte, carrier locked to Verizon. I paid $210 for it, and I'm gonna resell it for $310, making $100 profit off of this flip. So that brings me at $450 profit for the day. And to conclude this week, I made $2,590 profit buying and reselling phones. If you guys are motivated, if you guys want to know more information on phone flipping, go ahead and click the link below where you can book a free call with me and ask me any questions you want regarding the phone flipping business to see if this is something that fits you. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Catch you in week 3.